That little dot, that's the moon. That other little dot, that's the Earth. This is how much space there is between the two of us. Is that surprising? I mean, when I first saw it, I was like, what? The moon's that far away? This is our total distance. That is the farthest any human has gone. So when Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin and the others astronauts went to the moon, this was an incredible journey. 240,000 miles. It took them 3 days to get there. It's incredible how far away the moon is, and this is just our first stop. And so what we can do is let's get the moon moving. We're going to get the moon going around the Earth, and so here's the moon revolving around the Earth, looking pretty good. And how long does it take for the moon to go around the Earth?
28 days.
28 days is pretty close. 92 days, that's way off. Correct answer, 1 month. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, I teach a lot of 5th graders, so that kills with them. But anyway, 29 and a half days, it goes through the whole cycle of phases, so I call it a month. I'm trying to get that to catch on, but it's not working. Now, so we just went a whole month. Well, you can also watch the Earth rotate here, this 30 times by, I don't know, maybe you can see it spinning, maybe not. But anyway, so this is the farthest anybody has gone. And so if we want to go a little farther, what's going to be our next stop? Well, we're going to get to some planets. So now we're going to leave the Earth-Moon system behind. We're going to start to see the curve of the Earth's orbit around the sun. Then we're going to get 2 other orbits in here. That one's going to be what? Venus. That one's going to be Mars. That one's going to be Mercury. And there's the sun. Oh, well, it helps if they label it. That's good. That makes it easier. So we got Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. Now we also have Ryugu on here. Ryugu is listed. This is an asteroid that's a near-Earth asteroid, and it's singled out because a Japanese spacecraft visited it, and it's a Japanese program, remember? So, but we're going to see lots of other asteroids. But Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, let's see them moving around the sun. We're going to go one day at a time now, and we're going to watch them circle around the sun. Here they go. Now notice, I want you to observe and notice a few things. Number one, the planets all go around the sun the same direction, but they don't go the same speed. So who's fastest? Mercury. Who's second fastest? Venus. Who's third fastest? Earth. And who's fourth fastest? Wait a second. That sounds like a pattern. And that's the pattern. The closer you are to the sun, the faster you go. So it takes Mercury only 88 days to go around the sun, whereas the Earth takes a whole year. Yeah. So if you want to think of it that way, it's like, wait a second. Is is anybody out there 10 years old? If you're 10, you've been around the sun 10 times. Anybody out there 40 years old? You've been around the sun 40 times. So every time you celebrate birthday, you celebrate another trip around the sun. And so if you're like me, you've celebrated about 95 trips around the sun. I know, it's surprising, isn't it?
Well preserved.
Yeah, well preserved and pickled, yes. So let's keep, now, if we're going to go visit a planet outside of Earth, are we going to go to Mercury, Venus, or Mars? I want to kind of get a vote from the audience. Yell which one you like the best. Who says we should go to Mercury? This is a smart group. This is good. All right, how many people say we should go to Venus? Are you crazy? We're not going to Venus. You crazy? All right, okay, we got to deal with the Venus thing. So Venus is bad because it's 900 degrees Fahrenheit on the surface of the planet all day, every season. Daytime, nighttime, doesn't matter. 900 degrees, you'd melt into a pile of goop.
Still go.
You still want to go?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, goop. That's all I'm going to Mercury's out too, mostly because of the radiation. It's too close to the sun. You'll be irradiated pretty much before you get there. So that means, who wants to go to Mars? Right. So, good. That sounds good. That sounds like the best plan. Because Mercury, not good. You're going to probably die before you get there. Venus, you will die very quickly in the atmosphere and on the surface. And so Mars really is our only option because Well, by the time you get to Mars, that's your best bet because there you will die slowly and painfully. No, I'm exaggerating. That's not exactly right. The problem, really big problem with getting to Mars is getting to Mars. It is so far away. It looks like it's really close to us, but it is quite a distance. It takes about 7 months to make that journey. So 7 months to go from Earth to Mars, and then by the time you get to Mars, where's the Earth? It's on the other side of the solar system. So you can't just like turn around and come back. You have to wait on Mars 1 year for the Earth to catch back up. So that means round trip to Mars is about 26 months. That's why Matt Damon ate all his potatoes in that movie. It's very realistic. So, but someday I think we're going to do it. I can't wait to see somebody do it. People ask me, they say, well, Mr. Dean, would you go to Mars? And I would, 26 months, think about that journey. That would be a long time to be away from Earth, a long time to be away from people. And so my answer is no, but I would love to watch you do it. I want to watch somebody else do that. That'd be good. Well, let's back up some more because we got to get to the asteroids in the asteroid belt. And that's what all these dots are here. Most of the asteroids live between Mars and Jupiter, and they're going around the sun as well. So we're looking at thousands of them that are charted on this program, but astronomers have now found, I think they're getting close to 800,000 asteroids that have been discovered that circle around the sun. Now we're looking at this from the top, but let's look at it from the side. And so here we can see the solar system from the plane of the solar system and all the other asteroids there. So they're kind of on that line. All the planets are lined up with each other. There's only one diagonal thing going through our chart here. You see that line right there? It's not going with all the other planets. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, Pluto. Oh, yeah, the only one that's not lined up with the other planets. Yeah, sure, that should still be a planet. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Anyway, we'll get to that. Don't worry, you can boo me later, but we'll get to that in a second. But look at all these asteroids. I mean, these are hundreds of thousands of these things that are all going around the sun. And so these are really other worlds, too, to explore in our solar system. But then we get Jupiter, and then we get Saturn out here, and now we're at 10 times farther away from the sun than the Earth is. We'll just do a little quick stop off on Saturn. I do regret to tell you that, unfortunately, we can't see Saturn in our nighttime sky. It's up in the morning, and here's a lot of its moons. And then, of course, when we zoom on in, then we can see the gorgeous rings of Saturn. And so it is one of the coolest things to see in a telescope. So unfortunately, our astronomers stay up all night, but they don't usually get up in the morning. So this one will be best to see in the fall. So late fall is a good time to see Saturn. And so visit your local astronomy club, and they'll be able to show that to you. It's so awesome to see in a telescope. Okay, let's keep backing up. So we got Saturn we're leaving behind. Then we've got the planets Uranus and Neptune. And so then we get to Pluto and Pluto's friends. So a lot of people say, well, Pluto should be a planet. Is it just because it's too small? Is it just because it has a weird orbit? Is it just because it switches place with Neptune? Is it because it's on a different angle? And the answer to all that is kind of yes, but not really. The real answer is because other stuff was found. So when I was a kid, Pluto was a planet because we didn't know about anything else. It went around the sun. Let's see it go around the sun here. Let's move our time forward 1 year at a time. And we can watch it go around the sun. There we go. And so it goes around the sun. Cool, it's a planet. Until astronomers got better telescopes and they started finding other dots out there like Makemake and Haumea and Eris and thousands of other objects out there going around the sun. And so the astronomers had to decide. They're like, okay, we like Pluto. Everybody likes Pluto. Yeah, we like Pluto. What are we going to do with the thousands of other things we just found? And some of the astronomers got together, and you know what they said? They said, make them all planets. Make them all planets. Make them all planets. And people were like, yes, we're going to make them all planets. And then the kindergarten teachers were like, how am I going to teach the thousands of planets to kindergartners? It doesn't make sense. It's too many. They're their own population. They're their own different thing. So the astronomers got together and they decided, okay, yeah, let's go with the 8, and let's make these things something else. They're called dwarf planets or Plutoids or Kuiper belt objects, but whatever it is. I love Pluto. Pluto is such an awesome world, but planet, it gets a little complicated, that's for sure. We have been to Pluto. Can we go to Pluto? Well, not with people, but we've sent a robotic spacecraft that flew by there called the New Horizons spacecraft. It took 9.5 years to fly from the Earth to Pluto, and it's still going. It went past and took these really amazing pictures of Pluto. And so it is an amazing world to check out. But for me, I always loved Pluto because it was the oddball, but there's a new one that's even odder than Pluto called Sedna. And Sedna goes out almost 1,000 times farther away from the sun than the Earth is. To see it moving, we have to go 100 years at a time. And here it is going around the sun. Slow when it's far away, fast when it's close. It takes more than 10,000 years to go around the sun once. That's weird. So for everybody that really is feeling sad about Pluto and loved Pluto because it was the underdog, here is your new Pluto. Embrace Sedna. It is the coolest thing.
Is it big enough to have surface gravity?
It is big. Of course, it has surface gravity. Everything has surface gravity of anything of size. Is it big enough to be round? They think so. So, yeah. It's pretty cool. Well, let's keep backing up because there's more. Past Sedna, we get this area of the solar system called the Oort cloud, where long-period comets live. These are comets that go around the sun in big looping orbits. And some comets could go all the way out to 1 light year. That's the distance light travels in a year, or almost 6 trillion miles. So some of the orbits could go all the way out here, and the gravity of the sun pulls it back. So everything inside of here basically is the solar system, and it's all held together by our one star in the center, the sun. So this is our star, and then, well, we got to go to the next level, right? You see some stars in the background. You're going to see this group of stars tonight. The Big Dipper right there. They're going to be up high in the sky. And each one of these stars is like our sun, except most of them are bigger that we're seeing here. And so let's go out to the next star. And so to go out to the next star, we got to go pretty far. Because remember, it took 9.5 years to fly to Pluto. And to go to the next star, we want to go find a star called Alpha Centauri. That is about 4.3 light years away, or 4.2 for part of it. There it is. You see it on the side. I'll try to bring it up to the top. There's Alpha Centauri right there. And so Alpha Centauri is not like our sun. We've got one solitary star in our solar system, but Alpha Centauri is 3 stars that circle around each other. 2 yellow ones and 1 little red one that circles around the 2 yellow ones. And so if you lived there on a planet, and we know of one planet around there, you would have 3 stars in your sky. You'd have 3 suns in your sky. So imagine like tonight, the sun just set over there. And if you're around on Alpha Centauri, maybe a sun would set, and then on the other side, another sun would rise up. And then that one would go down. And then the little red one comes up. And then 2 of them. And then 3 of them. And then who knows? It may never get dark. Yeah. But there's one little problem. Let's say you want to experience the triple sunset of Alpha Centauri, and you want to fly there. Anybody ready to go? Yeah. Okay, it takes 3 days to go to the moon, 7 months to go to Mars, 9.5 years to go to Pluto. To go to Alpha Centauri with our fastest spacecraft we've ever made, it would take you about 74,000 years. Yes, that is correct. You would be dead. Yes. Long dead. That is the closest star system to us. These other stars are much, much farther away. Like Arcturus is a star you're going to see tonight. Spica is a star you're going to see tonight. The Nebula you're going to see tonight. And so here we are at about 100 light years. And you got to remember, these stars are in all directions all around us. So we're embedded in this sea of stars that are all around us. So we're going to be seeing some of these. Let's go back up a little bit farther. Here we are at 300 light years. There's Polaris, our North Star. Alberio, a nice double star in the constellation Cygnus. Antares in the Scorpion's heart. Rigel, Deneb way out here. And so this is one of the farthest stars you can see. Oh, I forgot about Betelgeuse up there. I'm only going to say that once then. Okay, so let me take a little break here. Let's take a little breather. How's everybody feeling? Everybody feeling really big, mighty, important, or the opposite? I know, this is the thing. Doing astronomy is very humbling, that's for sure, because you see the sea of stars that we're living in, and our sun is not even one of the bigger ones. And so, if you're feeling small, I got some bad news. Because it's going to get worse. And it's going to get worse real quick. Because when I back this up, this is the area of the sky where you can see some of the naked eye stars. This is one of the farthest stars you can see with the naked eye, called Deneb. But what we're going to see now is, as we back up, we're going to see that all these stars that we're seeing at night are a teeny tiny, itty bitty part of one arm of our Milky Way galaxy. And that is our galaxy that we live in. It is this flattened pinwheel of 300 billion stars. So 300 billion suns all circling around that center there. And our sun is that one. Now hold on a second. We're not even in the center of the galaxy. We're out on one of the edges. We're not even downtown. We're out here. Well, it's probably good, because in the center of the galaxy is where most of the stars are living. Most of the stars are jam-packed in there. But if we peer into the heart of the galaxy, we find an object, a deep, dark, mysterious object of incredible density that swallows up anything that gets close to it, that even warps the space and time around it. It is the black hole at the center of the galaxy. There it is. Yeah, we got some black hole fans here. All right. So, this is our artist rendering of what we think it looks like. It's called Sagittarius A star. Astronomers got their first pictures of this a few years ago, and you can see it kind of warping the space around it. So this is one of those things that it's one of those objects that we don't know what happens inside of it, because no light can escape. The gravity is so intense, nothing can get out of this. So you fall in, you're gone. Nobody knows where you go. Light doesn't come out of it. And so imagine that. We have gravity on Earth that holds us onto this planet, but we can get off of the Earth if we can go fast enough. But there you can't go, you have to go faster than the speed of light to get out of it. Well, it is very far away from us, that's for sure. So it's not going to swallow up the Earth or the sun. These stars around here are going to be, they're in a little bit of trouble. But, you know, S2 is the one I got. We have a pool, and I think S2 is going to go in first. But that's we'll see if I win. But this is the major black hole in our galaxy. Well, let's back it on up here. We'll get back out to our galaxy again, and we'll see all of our stars. Now, one of the questions I get a lot about the galaxy, because we're going to see the Milky Way in the sky, right? And so, well, aren't we in the Milky Way? And the answer is yes, we are. We're here. And so what we're seeing when we're seeing the sky, when we're seeing the Milky Way, we're seeing this band going across the sky. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing all those stars in one line of sight that looks like spilled milk up there in the sky. And so that's why the shape of our the Milky Way that we see in the sky is like that as it goes across from one side to the other. It's kind of cool. And we're going to be able to look towards the center of the galaxy tonight also by the constellation Sagittarius. That's the direction we can look for it. All right, so now we have galaxies around us too. We have dwarf galaxies that are going around the Milky Way or passing by the Milky Way. And our next major galaxy out is called Andromeda. There it is out there. This is the Andromeda galaxy. And it's got trillions of stars, or about up to 1 trillion stars, hundreds of billions to 1 trillion stars. And so it's our nearest galaxy to us. It's a major galaxy. Unfortunately, we can't see that until pretty late at night. I don't know, it might rise at, I don't know, 1 or 2. It's pretty late, so we won't be able to see that, but there'll be other galaxies we'll be able to show you tonight. And then we got the Triangulum galaxy here. And this one's got about 40 billion stars. That's barely worth mentioning. But I do like to point out that the Andromeda Galaxy and the Milky Way are on a collision course. We are going to run into each other, which is going to be very exciting because that time period is going to be really, really dicey for humanity because, number one, the sun is going to swell out and probably swallow us at about the same time that that galaxy runs into us. Boy, those people are going to have a lot of problems. Now, those things are going to happen between about 4 and 5 billion years from now. So we got a lot of time to prepare. But I think the most important part that we have to prepare for is what are we going to call the new galaxy when Andromeda and Milky Way pass each other and merge into a mega super galaxy? This is very important. What are we going to call this? So here are the two votes. I'll say the two, and you cheer which one you like better. So, well, I guess you should hear them first. Okay, first option is Milkdromeda. Not bad. Second option, Andromeda Way. All right, who wants Milkdromeda? Yeah, that's right. We should be first. Who wants Andromeda Way? That was very loud, but I think the other one won. I'm sorry. All right, Milkdromeda is. We've decided. We voted. Okay. Now, the final thing is we got to back it all the way up to show you how many galaxies there are out there, and boy, you might be getting a sinking feeling about those dots in the background. Those dots in the background are not stars. Those dots are galaxies. So each one of those dots represents billions and billions of stars. Oh, I'm sorry. Billions and billions of stars in the galaxy. So that is a galaxy. That's a galaxy. That's a galaxy. Most of them are numbered. Of course, the 5 that I picked are not. Well, where's the ones that have numbers? There we go. NGC 578. So they have there's NGC 255, and so most of these are named and numbered. They're not very good names, but they're working on it. I know they should name it after people, but we'll work on it. Einstein. Well, Einstein would be good too, but I mean, I'm thinking like everybody here should have one. But, so what we're going to do is I'm going to back us all the way up and back us all the way out to show you how many galaxies we have seen so far. And it might be a little startling. So here we go. And that's the whole galaxy, the whole universe. Whew. In one little dot. All right. That is hard to wrap your brain around. What we're looking at is just a estimate, because we haven't charted the whole universe yet. This is just a sampling of it. This colorful stuff is the farthest energy we can detect. It's called the cosmic microwave background. It is not that color. They add the color so it differentiates different temperatures, but this is the farthest stuff we can see. It's basically, it takes us back to the creation of the universe. And outside of this bubble, nobody knows. Could there be another universe? Maybe. Could there be multiple universes? Maybe. Could there be infinite universes? Maybe. Could there be a universe out here where there's another version of you listening to another version of me, but in that universe you're interested? It's possible. But right now all we know is that we have one universe. That's it. There could be other ones out there, but this is everything. And so what the estimate puts at is that we're at about 2 trillion galaxies in this universe, each with billions and billions of stars. That is hard to wrap your brain around. 2 trillion galaxies, billions and billions of stars. And so this is just getting started. We're just getting started in analyzing all this stuff. We have these new telescopes coming online, the James Webb Space Telescope, the Vera Rubin Telescope. Has anybody seen those Vera Rubin pictures of the galaxies? It's incredible. We're just getting started. Each year we're discovering so much. Each day we're discovering new asteroids. In fact, at Lowell Observatory they're discovering asteroids quite often. And so this is one of those things where you could learn something new every day. This is why astronomy is so exciting to me, is because I can wake up and learn something new that other astronomers are finding from around the universe. But it is pretty big. It's very vast. It's very hard to wrap your brain around. So I want us to fly back home. We'll get you back to Earth. And so we're going to target the Earth here. And I'm going to fly you back home very, very fast. And I know there's no sound in space, but I have a microphone, so should I use sound effects? Yeah. I think so. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And the moon. And so we flew to the edge of the universe back, and I got you back on February 18th, 45,942. Sorry, I went a little long. I'm supposed to talk 30 minutes. Okay, sorry. Earth's still there, that's good. Now, I know this is hard to wrap your brain around, the vastness of the universe, the sheer size of this. And a lot of people ask me if being an astronomer is kind of intimidating and maybe even a little bit depressing. And I got to answer no. It's awe-inspiring. There's just so many things out there to see. It's so many discoveries to be made. And you're in one of the most perfect places to be able to see that and start this exploration. We got the stars coming out at night here that are going to be just gorgeous, that you're going to be seeing all out there. And we got a lot of telescopes out there to see it. And so if this is your first time seeing from a dark sky, just wait. This is going to be an awesome experience. And you could be like me and kind of be awe-inspired by what's going on. And that's really the thing, is every day I'm learning something new and exploring this universe. And with all these galaxies out there, you know, you all can have like 7 of them. What do you think? Look under your seat. You got a galaxy. You get a galaxy. Everybody got, no, it's amazing how much stuff is out there. So let's see. How are we doing on time? Oh, we got to do the raffle, don't we? Do we have time for questions, or should we save questions for they come talk to me later? What do you think, Rita? Do it afterwards? Okay. Well, let's see. Let me bring this back up here to our screen here. And but I want to thank you guys for having me out here to talk about space and astronomy. You can find me at astrobeam.com. Thank you so much. And also, I'm going to be doing the one of the constellation talks. We have one at 9, 9:30, and 10. I'm doing the 9:30 out there, so if you want to join me for those, I'm going to be doing some constellation mythology and super childish stories, so get ready for that. So, all right, well, let's get ready for the raffle. Here, do you want me to hand over to Raider? Here you go.
All right, thanks again, Dean. Yeah, give him another round of applause. I mean, just